Hey guys, Philippe Vieira here, a developer and front-end designer with over 15 years in the field. And today we're here for the fourth part of the LinkedIn CV we're working on. We stopped exactly here, right? I don't know what you think is best, okay? I've noticed that people have been commenting a lot about issues with backend integration, issues with login integration, right? So I don't know what you think about me focusing the videos more on these parts now, okay? And handling the interface part by requesting what I want for our cursor here off camera. Okay? So I can align and finalize the layout externally because you know that the layout is something easier. You request it. It changes, so it depends on taste and everything else. I believe you can handle it. And I'll take care of this integration part with the login and everything else. So in today's video, I will do the login integration. Okay. To teach you how to do the integration, I won't be changing this guy's interface. I'll just integrate the login so you can create your system and be able to log in. Okay? Then, if you think it's better for me to focus on these parts, I'll work on it. I'll finish just the appearance part, the visual externally. Okay? Later, I'll bring it and explain roughly how I did it. And I'll focus more on this part of integration with the backend, okay? I'll leave it here in the comments, okay? Don't forget, folks, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. It's very important for me to know if you're enjoying the content so I can bring similar things, okay, for you, and share it with your friends too, okay? And subscribe to the channel so you receive all the updates from the channel, okay? There will be a lot of things I'm planning to share with you, to spread knowledge, all right? So let's go. The login. What can we do with the login, okay? I'm leaving the card. Here, I made a video for you teaching how we can set up our VPS and deploy the front end, okay? And I briefly went over how we set up a backend there, okay? So today we are going to deploy that backend there, okay? And we are going to create the backend directly from the cursor and inject it here, okay? First, let's go to the cursor. Our project theoretically wouldn't need logins. Let's suppose we need login for something, okay? I want a login button. When I clicked, it opens a login modal. The login will be done with GitHub. I will keep GitHub, but the process is similar for Google, or could it be Google? I think Google is even better because it's easier for you. The login will be done with Google. Only I will link it with the backend, Appwrite. Okay. I won't send it yet, okay? What are we going to do? We are going to enter our hosting system, just like the one I showed you in the other video. In this case, I will use Appwrite, okay? To install it, you come here to resources, click on, let me duplicate here because I won't enter this one, okay? Click on new to create a new resource. Then you will come here in services and you will put Appwrite. It's this one here, see? Backend as a service, okay? This is the one. You will click on and install, okay? Installed this one. I'll just show you that it's here, see? It will enter this screen here after you register there. And you will click on the deploy button. Here it says stop because it's running. There will be a deploy button. Once you deploy, great, it will go up. Once it's up, it will say running here. Go to links and we'll click here. It will open the URL, okay? which in my case is mine. You will have yours. It will be all set up there. Okay. I will teach you how we do the configuration here to be able to log in from our side. Okay. All right. I have some projects here. We're going to create a new project. I'll name it CV generator. Okay. Create. It's created. It will appear. It's already open. So, all right, it will enter this screen. Okay. So we're going to click here. We're going to click on web. Then it will serve to generate. We'll give it a name. Host name. Leave it as localhost. Since we're testing it locally. Okay. If you already have. It was deployed on your hosting. You put it here. Okay. All right, here. It's talking about how to install a price. Okay. You need to run npm install. And if it matters, yes. Then what you're going to do is copy these guys here. Come here. Paste. It's teaching the cursor to do this for you. Okay. Go to next. Here too, you see. You're going to copy this guy here. Everything. Come here. Control V, all right. Next. Control dashboard. It goes to your dashboard, all right. Here, we will click on Alt. Clicked on ALF. Here, we go to settings. Then we will choose which one is the vendor that we will use to log in. Okay. We said Google. Okay. You see it's disabled. Clicked. It will ask for an app ID and an app secret. Okay. How do we get these guys? Let's enable it here. We will enter here to visit the documentation. Okay. Enable it. All right. Here it will teach us how to create our credentials and everything else. Okay, I will create a new one just to show you how it's done. Okay. They tell you to go to the API console. Okay, so we will open the API console. This guy here, if you have an account, I think a regular Gmail account works. If not, you can quickly create a developer account here. It takes a while to load, okay? It's normal. Here it talks about the project list. Select a project or create a new one, okay? So let's go. We are going to create a new one. Clicked up here, new project, okay? We are going to call this CV generator. All right, this is organization, really. It's creating, all right? Let's see what it will say there. Open the console left side menu and select API services, all right? So here we have to choose API services. And it's this guy here, right? Let's select the project first because here it's on the project. Another project I have, all right? Then it's already an API service, okay? Clicked here. Delete site, clicks on credentials. Is it back there, credentials? All right. So it's not this guy, not in credentials. Okay, it's this guy here. Probably I create credentials. Let's go. Credentials, select the ALF client. ID, all right. This guy here, right? The ALF client ID. All right. No, that's not it. It's in credentials. Indeed. Create credentials, alpha client ID. All right. So, do you want to speak? All right. Create permission screen. Indeed. available for any task user to have an account for use. External, create. App name, let's go CV generator. Email, leave your own. Logo is not needed. It's not required. Domain as well, not needed. Let me see if it asks for it. This is the redirect URL, which we will have to copy to paste, but not in this part here. Developer data. Any email. Save and continue. Nothing. Scopes. Will continue. Load test no. Paste. It's been so long since I configured this guy here for me. It's quite annoying. Google's is quite annoying to configure. GitHub's is much easier. Okay. Great. Go to credentials. Create credentials, client ID. Select the application, web application. Okay. Leave it here. Here's the redirect URL. Here you will copy this guy and paste it here. Okay, added, create. Great. There you go. It already gave you a client ID and a secret key, right? We are going to copy this guy here. Look. Request. The client will come back here. Look. Pasted. Then go to this guy. Secret key. Go there. Pasted. Update. Great. Okay, configured. Okay. Then we are going to go back to our guy. And simply press enter like this. Great. Then it will think, let's see how it will do experimentation. I will help create login with Google's own Appwrite. First, let's create the modal component. Great. It has already matched our client with our project ID and the endpoint, which goes to our backend that we deployed on VPE. Great. Here's a small component, a button that opens the modal. See this guy. We need to run it to install. Okay, so let's open another terminal here. Okay, let's run it. Load. Great. And here, great. To use the button, add it to your applications. Great. Finish. Accept everything for it. Update. And let's go back. This is an absolutely great, truly incredible, fantastic button. Somewhere he didn't place the button. He didn't place it, so let's ask. Login now button in the header for it to update for us. Let's see. For you, but lately the cursor has been taking a while to respond. Okay. And look, I'm a paying user. I don't know if there are a lot of people using it now. I'll open it here in the bar and see if the login is here. Login boot. But it doesn't seem to be using the nav bar. I'll search for this string there just to know where it is while it's pondering life. There. It's on the page. Okay, buttons dark mode. Strange, right? It's nothing, although it already did it here. He is expressing his dissatisfaction because he made some modifications in this particular area, which he was not supposed to do according to the initial instructions. However, despite this unexpected change, we are going to proceed and check if the system will allow us to upload the content once more. This situation requires us to carefully observe the process to ensure everything functions correctly and as intended. Yarn, you might be looking at it, but he mentioned NPM. Yarn and NPM do the same thing. It's really a matter of preference. You can upload with both. If you have Yarn installed, you can use Yarn. If you have NPM, go with NPM. I'm going to take the login button here and manually put it in just to speed things up. I think it's my computer that's slow because even the autocomplete is taking a while. Now it will go. All right. All right. I put it in myself. Login appeared. Continue with Google. Let's click. It's supposed to do the re-adding. Here you see, we choose the email we want to return to our system. As soon as we confirm the login, okay? Let's click. Continue. All right, we're probably logged in, but we don't know because nothing appears here, right? So let's tell it and in the, did it work? Yes. I added the login button. Now, make it so that when logged in, instead of the login button, it shows welcome and the person's name. Here it logged in. No, need E for the email, because then when we log in, instead of asking the person to log in again, their name will appear here. Then we can implement the logout as well. We'll do it too, so you can see how it looks. But you saw that it's basically just simple. Here, in less than 10 minutes, we made a functional login. And if we go to our database, we already have me logged in here. See, it's already registered, persisted in the database, okay? We can already check if the person has registered and everything else, right? It's still applying. I'm using Appwrite, which is something I always use, to create MVPs that I want to launch and everything, okay? Because it allows me to be more productive, right? I don't have to keep making APIs and everything, okay? I can do everything I want to the extent. Although so far I haven't seen a scenario where I couldn't use it, right? And it's fast. It's easier to implement. It's easier for people with little coding skill. Even though everyone uses Supabase. Supabase is a bit more complete, but it's a bit more complex. So I suggest if you use Appwrite, if you don't want to do it on your VPS, like I did here, just go to appwrite.com, sign up. You can use it with some limitations there, but the limitation is quite high. You'll be able to use it smoothly. Is this still applying? It's taken a while, huh? Then we need to log out. Okay. Now, implement the logout button as a submenu. There, when clicking on the logged in name. Those basic menus, right? When we click here, the little arrow allows us to sign out. That's basically what I want to implement there. It's taking a while, huh? Let's see what he said here. Help to modify the system to show the user's name all right. Login button is here. I'm looking for the file in here. I'll open it. I copied here what he is saying to write, and I will paste it in place. Saved. All right. Let's move to the next file. Login modal. Ctrl-Shift-B. Remove this plus sign. Backspace. Login. Modal. There isn't one. So this guy here created it, right? Here, look. Created here. Up. Login modal. Perfect. I think that's it. Look there. I'm already logged in. I can log out so you don't see my password to show you that it's possible to log in. I will press login. It will open here. Login. It will open to choose. Clicked. It will load. Logged in, it will redirect to the home page. Loaded, it will display the name of the logged in user there. Hello, welcome. Vivera, and log out, okay? So we made a little system here, logged in and the log out, okay? Which is the basic thing that people do. Then if you want to make another one here, you just come here, see? There are many. There's Facebook. Each one has a way for you to implement. You have to create an app. Facebook needs an app. GitHub needs an app. So you have to go there, create an app, get those 2 ID keys to be able to use it. The hassle is creating these apps. Once created, it's easy. You just send it to the cursor, and the cursor does the integration. But focus on the information you need to provide to it. You see, I copied all the onboarding that Appwrite gives me, sent it to the cursor, and asked it to do the integration. So always do this, whether it's Supabase or Appwrite. And as you work in the IDE here, not in the IDE, in the application, whether it's Appwrite or Supabase, keep copying what it tells you to implement and paste it as routule there, whether for Bolt or for the cursor. And so guys, in this video, I wanted to focus only on this part of the integration with the back end. Can we do something else? Comment here if you think it's cool for me to bring it into the database. Like we're going to make a CV to create a history of the generated CVs, for example, to store. Then we'll learn to work with the bucket because we'll need to save the PDF somewhere, right? Normally we use it for photos, right? To save profile pictures and everything else, assets as we call them. And we'll have a database there to save the information, okay? And this user has so many CVs registered there with date and everything else, okay? So if you want, comment here and I'll focus on that. And also comment if you want me to finish the visual part through a video, okay? I think that, I don't know, it would be more beneficial for me to focus on this integration part, which people have a lot of difficulty with. rather than focusing on the design aspect of the project's interface. Okay. You've already seen more or less how the interface part works, and most can manage very well with Bolt for the front end part, or can even create complex systems with the front end, okay? But they struggle a lot with the integration part with the back end, okay? That's why I wanted to focus these final videos on this aspect. So please comment here, okay? That's all for today, folks. Thanks.